Hello, this is D, and I'm back with another video. And today we have some news, and it's pretty bad news if you're an Xbox fan. Now, I've never understood why people rejoice when somebody is losing their job, much less a large group of people. Now, these people, they have wives, they have husbands, they have children, they have people that depend on them. So when someone loses their job, it's never a good thing. And the hardcore PlayStation fans are out there in the streets with their beer bottles in their hands saying, Xbox, come out to play. It's just insane. Like sometimes the console wars, it just goes a little bit too far. And you have to understand that these people, they're losing their jobs. They will not be able to provide for their family. There are people that depend on them. This is never a good thing. Now, if somebody loses their job because they did something that was unethical, that's a different situation. Of course, we don't want people like that to be in charge of anything. But when people are not doing anything but their job and doing it well, and they lose their job, it's never a good thing. And also, fans thinking that this is the demise of Xbox. First of all, when a company acquires another company, there's always going to be some downsizing. Anyways, I say that to say this, that Microsoft laid off about 1,900 people today. Blizzard president Mike Ybarra is also departing Microsoft. Now, this is coming from Tom Warren over at TheVerge.com, and I'll go into his article a little bit later on. Now, I did tweet out about this morning, and I said that I like Mike Ybarra. He's always been nice. I don't have any inside info, just going to give you my 2 cents. Mike left Microsoft because he didn't want to work for them anymore. Microsoft buys Activision, and Mike is now once again employed by Microsoft. Maybe Mike just doesn't mess with Microsoft anymore, and I wanted people's thoughts on this. And there was a whole bunch of thoughts in the thread down here, and of course I'll link it in the description down below. Now, I noticed a lot of PlayStation fans are rejoicing over this, like it's some good thing. And like I said earlier, people have lost their jobs, they've lost their way to provide for themselves and their family, and a lot of these people have people that are depending on them. So it's not a good thing. Now, they also pointed out that a lot of Xbox fans are not out there saying anything about this, and I gotta address that. If there's good news, I always see a ton of videos out. If there's bad news, we don't see as many Xbox videos out. Whether there's good news or bad news, I'm gonna be here to report on the truth. And the truth is, this is not good for Microsoft. Now, I really do believe that Mike Ybarra, I don't think he really wants to work for Microsoft. I think he left for whatever reasons he left. I don't have any inside information. I'm just speculating here, but he left. And when somebody leaves a company to go to another company, it's for a better experience. So for whatever reason, Mike Ybarra's experience at Microsoft is just not for him. Now Microsoft bought Activision. I can understand why he would want to leave if what I'm saying is true on my speculation or on my base speculation. Of course, we're not going to know this unless we sit down and speak with Mike, and he's very professional, so I doubt he would even comment on this. So I'm just speculating on this. I'm not saying this is what it is, but I think it most likely probably is the reason why he doesn't want to work for Microsoft anymore and why he's stepping down. Now, all of these people losing their jobs, like I said, it's terrible. We're going to get into the article over at TheVerge.com like usual. I'll leave a link in the description down below so you guys can check it out for yourself. Now, the article goes on to say that Microsoft is laying off 1,900 employees at Activision Blizzard with Xbox this week. While Microsoft is primarily laying off roles at Activision Blizzard, some Xbox and ZeniMax employees will also be impacted by the cuts. The cuts work out to roughly 8% of the overall Microsoft gaming division that stands at around 22,000 employees in total. The Verge has obtained an internal memo from Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer that confirms the layoffs. It's been a little over 3 months since the Activision Blizzard King team joined Microsoft. As we move forward in 2024, the leadership of Microsoft Gaming and Activision Blizzard is committed to aligning on a strategy that is executing a plan with substantial cost structure with sustainable cost structure that will support the whole of our growing business. Together, we set the priorities, identified areas of overlap, and ensure that we're all aligned on the best opportunities for growth. As part of this process, we made the painful decision to reduce the size of our gaming workforce by approximately 1,900 roles out of the 22,000 people on our team. The gaming leadership team and I are committed to navigating this process as thoughtful as possible, and the people who are directly impacted by these reductions have all played an important part of the success of Activision Blizzard, ZeniMax, and Xbox teams, and they should be proud of everything they've accomplished here. We are grateful for the for their creativity, passion, dedication that they have brought over their games throughout the years. Our players and our colleagues will provide our full support to those who are impacted during the transition, including severance benefits informed by local employment laws. Those whose roles will be impacted will be notified, and we ask that you please treat your departing colleagues with the respect and compassion that is consistent with our values. Looking ahead, we'll continue to invest in areas that will grow our business and support our strategy of bringing more games to more players around the world. Although this is a difficult moment for our team, I'm as confident as ever in our ability to create and nurture the games, stories, and the worlds that bring players together. Phil. Now, I'm going to say this. When a company is bought out by another company, it is normal for them to downsize. There's some jobs that become redundant because they're going to have people within Microsoft already that can do some of the jobs that these people were doing currently at Activision. So from a financial or a business standpoint, it doesn't make sense to keep jobs that are redundant. Also, I feel like a lot of other departments are going to bleed together. They're going to bleed over. They're going to be using talents from, let's say, Playground Games, from Turn 10, from The Initiative. I really do believe that different developers, they'll all kind of collaborate to bring the best experiences for all of us. Now we get on to Mike Ybarra. Now he's decided to leave the company. He was not axed, so he is stepping down. And like I said, he's been with Microsoft for a long time now. The article says that he's been with Microsoft for 20 years. That is a long time. So when he made up his mind to leave the company, he was ready for a change. And unfortunately for Mike Ybarra, that change didn't last too long because Microsoft then acquired Activision. Of course, Blizzard is a part of Activision. And I just believe this guy, he just doesn't want to be there anymore. He wants new experiences. Maybe there's some problems with management. Maybe he butts heads with somebody there. Maybe he just wants a fresh change. And I don't think him going to Blizzard and then Microsoft now purchasing Activision and once again being his boss would constitute as a big change. So I wouldn't read too much into it. However, I will say that this is definitely a big L for Microsoft. Now, he did a lot of stuff behind the scenes. He was partly responsible for the hardware that we have in the Xbox Series X. He was instrumental in a lot of things behind the scenes, and he is well loved by the Xbox community. So to say this is just another person leaving and moving on, it is not. It was tough the first time that he left, and it's going to be tough again because some Xbox fans were happy that Mike Ybarra was back. And once again, he is leaving the company again, and it's just not a good thing. As well as these 1,900 people, like I said, some of these jobs are probably redundant, and they just want to save some money, so they're going to kind of shave off the costs wherever they can. This is just simple business. But to rejoice that this is a good thing, and look, Xbox is in trouble and they're on fire, it's just ridiculous. These people have lost their jobs. They're going to have to go on unemployment. They're going to make less money. Who knows if some of them will ever get another position that pays them the same as this job. Now, I hope that they would be able to acquire a job that pays as much or even more than this current job. But nonetheless, these people are definitely in limbo right now. So it's nothing to rejoice about. And once again, this is kind of normal stuff when a company buys out another company. They're going to downsize stuff. So I think overall, this is probably good for Microsoft in the long run. You can get some fresh faces in there. I think some of these other studios that Microsoft have some incredible developers. And I think when all of these studios are kind of working together, I think we're going to get the best experiences out of Microsoft, or I should say Xbox first party games. Anyways, I want to know what you guys think about all of this. Are you disappointed that Mike Ybarra has left Microsoft once again? Do you think that I'm right, that he just doesn't want to be with Microsoft anymore? Also, what do you think about these 1,900 people that have lost their job? Do you think it's a big deal in the quality overall of Microsoft games going forward? Or do you think this is just normal business practice when one company acquires another? Let me know in the comment section down below. And like I usually say, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys on the next one.